Good afternoon. Last class we started to discuss about and we came to know that the theory of plate tectonics. Theory of plate tectonics. See, according to this theory, the crust of the earth, crust means the upper part of the earth, has been formed out of seven major and some minor plates. Are you getting now? So, last class only we are discussed about this. So, once again, I would like to repeat. So, according to the plates of tectonic theory, the crust, that means upper part of the earth. So, the upper part of the earth has been formed out of seven major and some other minor plates. See, the movement of the plates results in the building up of stresses within the plates and the continental rocks above. So, leading to folding, faulting, and volcanic activities. So, different activities. So, because of folding sometimes. So, because of actually, so the movement of the plates that results in the building up of stresses within the plates and the continental rocks above. So, that leads folding, faulting, and volcanic activities. So broadly, these plates movements are classified into three types. So already we came to know that. So one is that convergent boundary, and then another one is divergent boundary, and the next one. So that is about transform boundary. Transform boundary. So what is this convergent boundary? See, convergent boundary means, for example, just you can imagine. So this is one plate, okay, and this is one plate. So I am talking about convergent boundary. So this is an example. So here two plates are there. So when these two plates are sometimes, so it is a very common because the movement of the plates even sometimes it is depend upon the stresses within the plates also. So some plates what happen come towards each other. So ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಟುವಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಸೊ ದ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಮ್ ಟುವಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಹತ್ರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ that calm when these the different some plates when come towards and form convergent boundary. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಬೌಂಡರಿನ ಅದು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ called is convergent boundary. So when the some plates are moved towards the different plates, so that's form a convergent boundary. And what about the divergent boundary? So the same way students, divergent boundary. So now here two plates are there. See, ಇಲ್ಲಿ two plates ಜೊತೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. So sometimes what happen no? So the plates are move away from each other. So ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ plates it's a move away. ಸೊ ದೂರ ಸರಿತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಈ ಕಡೆ ದೂರ ಸರಿತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಈ ಕಡೆ ದೂರ ಸರಿತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ divergent boundaries. So that creates the divergent boundary. Then sometimes these students, so this is called as a divergent boundary, while some plates are moved away from each other, that forms divergent boundary. And then sometimes that's called as a transform boundary. Transform boundary. There are two plates. Same. See, ಈ ಟೂ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಮೊದಲು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವು ಹತ್ರ ಬರ್ತವೆ ಹೀಗೆ, then that forms convergent. Then divergent ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, the plates are move away, so ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ದೂರ ಸರಿತಾ ಇತ್ತು. Now in this transform boundary, so the plates are move away like this. For example, like this. So ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಸರಿತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಸರಿತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. Now this forms a transform boundary. So one place moves, I mean some plates are moving in this direction and some plates are moving in this direction. Now this forms transform divergent. I hope dear students you may understand about this. See, they may also move horizontally like this, and that forms so transform boundary. See, the movement of these plates have changed the position and size of the continents over millions of years. So on the process ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಈ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಡೈವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇದು ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ನಡೀತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷ ಎರಡು ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಸೊ ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ವರ್ಷಗಳಾದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದ ಸೈಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಓವರ್ ದ ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಚೇಂಜ್. ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ವಿ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ 7 ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಭೂಖಂಡಗಳೇನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇವತ್ತೇನು ನಾವು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಸೊ ದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ and size of the continents over millions of years, so that is going to be changed because of this movement of, because of this different movement of the tectonic plates, so that creates, and that plates have changed the position and as well as size of the continents. And also dear students, such movements, I mean these movements of the whether convergent or divergent or transform movement, so these movements have also influenced completely the evolution of the present landform features of course our country also dear students. So the movement of these plates so influenced the evolution of the present landform of our country also. See, the oldest landmass of our country, that is called especially the peninsular part. The peninsular part is the oldest landmass. Peninsular part is there now, so this is actually the oldest landmass. So it was a part of the Gondwana land. It was actually the oldest landmass in the peninsular part of the land. So this is the part of Gondwana land. So the oldest landmass of our country, that is the peninsular part, and this peninsular part is a part of the Gondwana land. See, dear students, this Gondwana land, so it's including many countries. This Gondwana land is there, no? It's including many countries. So please, once again, I would like to repeat the oldest landmass, the peninsular part, and it was a part of the peninsular part is there, no? So it was a part of the Gondwana land, and this Gondwana land included many countries. So which are the countries included in this Gondwana land? Especially India. Getting now? So not only India, there are many. Australia and South Africa, India, Australia, South Africa, and South America, and also Antarctic. So these are actually the part of the Gondwana land once upon a time. Now, afterwards, what happened? So these are all actually one single landmass. ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಸಹ ಒಂದಾನೊಂದು ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಬಹಳ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಸ್. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಆ 7 ಖಂಡಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಗುರುತಿಸಿದೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಭೂಭಾಗಗಳಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವು ಹತ್ರ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಹತ್ರ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ ಜೋಡಿಸಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಸ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಖಂಡಗಳು ಸಹ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ದೂರ ಇದೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಹೊಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಸಮ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಫಾರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವಿತ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿಭಿನ್ನವಾದಂತಹ ಶೇಪ್ಗಳಿದೆ. ದ ಶೇಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನೌ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಅವಷ್ಟನ್ನ ನಾವು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟ್ರೈ. ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಅದನ್ನ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆ 7 ಖಂಡಗಳನ್ನ ಕೂಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ, ಹತ್ರ ತಗೊಂಡು. ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಡೈವರ್ಜೆಂಟ್, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಬೌಂಡ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ a single land mass ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಟು ನೋ ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಈಗೇನಾಗಿದೆ, ದ ಸೈಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ಟಾನಿಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಸ್. So the movement of the tectonic plates decides the size and position. ಹಂಗಂತೇಳಿ ಇದು ಒಂದೇ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಖಂಡಗಳ ಏನು ಸರಿದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಆ ಭೂಭಾಗಗಳು ಹಾಗೆ ಸರಿದಿದೆ, ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ದೂರ ಸರಿದು ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿನೇ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದಷ್ಟು ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ವರ್ಷಗಳು ಕಳೆದ್ರೆ we may can't see the same world map what we are using in the present day. ಇನ್ನೊಂದಷ್ಟು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ವರ್ಷಗಳ ನಂತರ ಆ ಒಂದು ಖಂಡಗಳ ಆ ಒಂದು ಶೇಪ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಬದಲಾಗಬಹುದು. ಇದು ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ನಡೀತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್, ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗುವಂತಕ್ಕಂಥಲ್ಲ. ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ದ ಓಲ್ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ is called as the peninsular part. So it was a part of the Gondwana land. So the Gondwana land, it's including all these countries once upon a time. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ಭೂಮಿಯ ಉಗಮ ಆದಾಗ ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಸಹ ಒಂದೇ ಭೂಗ. ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗೊಂಡವನ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ, ಸೌತ್ ಆಫ್ರಿಕಾ, ಸೌತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಂಟಾರ್ಟಿಕಾ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಭೂಭಾಗಗಳು ಸಹ ಒಂದೇ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು. It's the only single landmass. But now, why? Because it influenced and it is about the movement of the tectonic plates. Are you getting this, students? See, the convectional currents split the crust into a number of pieces, thus leading to the drifting of the Indo-Australian plate after being separated from the Gondwana line. Are you getting now? So the convectional currents split the crust. Conventional currents in the night that split the crust into a number of pieces. Ballast piece because of the convectional currents. Then after that leads to the drifting of the Indo-Australian plate after being separated from the Gondwana land. So towards north, the northward drift resulted in the collision of the plate with the much larger Eurasian plate. ಯುರೇಷಿಯನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ಯುರೇಷಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಯುರೋಪ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏಷ್ಯಾ ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಯುರೋಪ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏಷ್ಯಾ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಕಾಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಯುರೇಷಿಯನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್. ಓಕೆ. See, due to this collision, the sedimentary rocks which were accumulated in the geosyncline known as the Tethys were folded to form the mountain system of Western Asia and as well as Himalaya. So, what happened? So, due to this collision, the sedimentary rocks which were accumulated in the geosyncline, so known as the Tethys, they were folded to form the mountain system, especially Western Asia and Himalaya. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಹಿಮಾಲಯ ಪರ್ವತ ಅದೇನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಡಿಕೆ ಪರ್ವತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಸ್. ಸಿ ದ ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ Tethys sea and subsidence of the northern flank of the peninsular plateau resulted in the formation of a large basin. So because of the what happened afterwards, after the formation of the Himalayan ranges, the Himalayan uplift out the Tethys Sea and subsidence of the northern flank of the peninsular plateau, so resulted in the formation of a large basin. So in due course of time, this depression gradually got filled with deposition of sediments by the river flowing from the mountains in the north and the peninsular plateau in the south. So what happened? It creates a large basin. So one thing that is about, in due course of time, this depression gradually got filled with the deposition of sediments by the rivers flowing in the north and as well as in the same time, so the peninsular plateau in the south also. A flat land of extensive alluvial deposits led to the formation of the northern plains of India. So in this way, the northern plains of our country, I mean India, so it was formed. So a flat land of extensive alluvial deposits led to the formation of the northern plains of India. See, the land of India displays great physical variations. There we can see the very different and a great physical variations. Geologically, the peninsular plateau constitutes one of the ancient landmarks. Already I told that. So the peninsular part is there. It is one of the oldest landmarks, which was the part of the Gondwana land. It was a part of the Gondwana land. See here, the peninsular plateau constitutes one of the ancient landmarks, especially on the surface of the earth. So idii entire ಭೂಭಾಗದಲ್ಲೇ, so even the peninsular plateau ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, it is the ancient landmass on the earth surface. See, it was supposed to be one of the most stable land blocks. Maybe it was supposed to be one the most, one of the most stable, what we call the land block, stable land blocks. See, the Himalayas and the northern plains are the most recent land blocks. Whatever we, the creation of the Himalaya and as well as the northern plains, so these were the most recent landforms. But what about Peninsular Plateau? Peninsular Plateau, it was one of the oldest landmass, ancient landmass on the surface of the earth. See, from the viewpoint of geology, Himalayan mountains from an unstable zone, the whole mountain system of Himalayan represents a very youthful topography with high peaks, deep valleys, and fast flowing rivers. Are you getting this, students? From the viewpoint of geology, the Himalayan mountains form an unstable zone because there we can observe, there we can see the whole Himalayan mountain system. So it was actually represents a very youthful, young tropo. What we are observing the present. So the topography of the Himalayas, it was a youthful one with high peaks, deep valleys, and fast flowing rivers, and so on and so forth. So, what about the northern plains? So, the northern plains are formed of alluvial deposits. Already we know that the northern plains are formed of alluvial deposits. See, the peninsular plateau is composed of igneous and metamorphic rocks with gently rising hills and wide valleys. So, how this? Actually, the peninsular plateau. So, it is a composite of igneous and metamorphic rocks with gently rising hills and then wide valleys. I hope, dear students, so the variety of this, the interesting landmass of our country, how it was created. Are you getting now? How the Himalayan ranges were created, how our total Indian landmass, and what about the northern plains, how they were created, and the Peninsular Plateau, how it was created. So, these are there now, is the beautiful, the fact. The next class, we are going to learn about the major physiographic divisions of our country. Major physiographic divisions of our country. Thank you. Have a nice day.